weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. You look at Minnesota, sixth best record in their respective conference right now, hoping to end the season on a high note. And, of course, there's the Warriors, sitting just one spot below them.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, we'll see if they can up the ante down the stretch. They still have a lot of work to do in order to rise to the top.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. And for the Warriors, Curry and Podge make up the backcourt. Butler out there with Green. And it's Moody in at the small forward. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, B.A., for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
4 on the clock. Shoots from 14. The shot by Butler, no good. Minnesota with the ball. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
You know, sometimes you just don't match up with a team no matter what you do. And it starts to feel like quicksand.
Yeah, it wasn't a close one. And sometimes that's the kind of loss you'd rather have because it really gets the attention of your players.
Here's Curry, following the score by Minnesota. Takes the 3. And Jimmy Butler, good for 3.
Yeah, this is a great play for Butler. He gets all set up and then just calls for the ball.
Randle outside. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Curry. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game. Butler against Randle. With the fadeaway. Another shot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, Butler's certainly not shy seeking out contact. He can live at the line.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
No good on that one. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. You think of guys who play greater than their stats. Butler has got to be on that list, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the competitive nature of Jimmy Butler is the stuff of legends. Sure, sometimes it can make it tough in certain locker rooms, but coaches love his passion for winning.
Feels like a guy that's built for the playoffs.
Absolutely.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Randle. Back to Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Now Butler. Into the lane. Yep, that one's good. Butler's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. 7 points in the game.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
Pass to Green. Curry against Conley. Shoots from 12. Curry's shot is off. Minnesota leading by 4. Outside McDaniels. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from Gobert.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Last time they came together was in Minneapolis, where they fell to the Timberwolves.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Taking a look at some numbers here for Anthony Edwards.
And his foul shooting has looked a little weaker over the last 5 games compared to where he was the rest of the season. I know how frustrating that can be, and I'm sure he's eager to turn it around.
Butler passes to Green. Here's Moody. Three-pointer. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
A top passer at his position. Green really takes pleasure in feeding his guys and getting them going.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said, he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. The turnaround jumper. Pajemski's shot is good.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Curry against Conley. Now Edwards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Throw good, Edwards. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
And both free throws good for Edwards. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Curry passes to Moody. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. To the inside. Now here's Edwards, defended by Pajemski. Picked by Gobert. Just 5 to shoot. Randall, good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Warriors trail by 8. Curry passes to Green. Now here's Pajemski. Pass to Butler. Goes up at the stripe. And again, it's Golden State.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Conley against Curry. Now here's Edwards, guarded closely. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
And it was an awful game defensively. They lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Now here's Randall. The kick out to Edwards. Hits the trifecta. Edwards got 14 points for the game.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
Podziemski into the lane. Pass to Green. Back to Podziemski. 6 on the shot clock. Green, a screen. From deep. And again, no good by Golden State. Minnesota leading by 9. Now here's Edwards. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
To the paint. Here's Green. Can't connect from short range.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
McDaniels inside. Moody defends. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
That one's no good.
A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
Now here's Conley. Still no points. Randall outside. Good work defensively by Butler.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Here's Green. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, in terms of winners in NBA history, few have the resume of Draymond Green.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Moody. And Payton is subbed in for Podziemski. And both free throws good for Green. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. And it's Clark on the take. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. It's his first trip to the line.
Clark taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Clark. Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. And Clark drops them both. Warriors trail by 7. Outside heel. Inside. The jump hook. Butler can't get it to go. Minnesota has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Alexander Walker, the pass to Randall. Outside Reed. Randall inside. Kuminga's on him. And Randall the bucket on the assist by Reed. The Warriors have got 6 of 14 in so far. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. And Minnesota with possession here. Following the score by Golden State. Here's DiVincenzo. The rebound by Payton. The Warriors trailing. Outside Butler. Pass to Jackson Davis. Takes a 13-footer. Again, the Warriors score.
And Butler is someone any coach would love to have. You see why with passes like these.
Randall finds Clark. A minute 53 left in the first quarter here. Looking at the 2K leaderboard, now that we're into the second half of the season, these are the teams that have been grabbing steals and converting on the other end. Second, the Warriors. In the third spot, Minnesota.
These two teams have really buckled down on defense since the break, forcing plenty of turnovers and then finding ways to convert them into points.
Free throw drops for Clark. Curry, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Miller's checked in for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards comes in for Alexander Walker. And Clark drops them both. And here's Curry. No points so far. 1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. True on the 14-footer.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
DiVincenzo against Curry. DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. Over heel. And the basket by Edwards. Edwards has got 16 points.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Hield against Edwards. Pass to Jackson Davis. The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Reed. Minnesota leading by 7. Back to DiVincenzo. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, the athleticism Edwards has is off the charts. He makes those alley-oop catches look effortless.
And here's Jackson Davis. Back to Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. And here's Curry. Reed defending. And the three off target.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Shoots a fadeaway. Reed can't hit. Warriors trail by 9. Payton passes to Curry. Sinks that one from the post.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
Miller, a screen on Curry. The three, DiVincenzo. No luck on that one. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse. But some rebuilds take longer than others.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Minot in at the 4. Now here's Kuminga. 26 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota. 6 to shoot. Hield against Edwards. He shoots. The kick out. Curry. Let's go with a 3. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3-ball is falling. That's how good he is.
Up top, DiVincenzo. He's covered by Curry. Down low. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Jackson Davis. No good on the triple. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Outside, Alexander-Walker. To the middle. Here's Minot. He's watched by Kuminga. Pass to Edwards. It's good! Edwards! What strength!
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Now Jackson Davis. Reed defending. And a deep 3 from Curry. Minot pulls it in.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Here's DiVincenzo. Right wing. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Over Payton. The shot by Alexander-Walker, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again.
Wow, Kuminga playing way above the rim.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Now here's Edwards. 20 points for him. To the paint. It's stolen by Kuminga. DiVincenzo with a steal. Here's Alexander-Walker. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Alexander Walker's gotten his first basket of the night. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Garza's checked in for Mina. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Edwards. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Clock at 6. The shot off that time. Healed with the defensive effort. Pass to Looney. Payton with it. Outside Curry. The 3-ball. He drops it from range. Now just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
And it's in there. Edwards has got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Edwards against Hield. Now here's Curry. Defense right on him. Hield against Edwards. 4-3. And it's Hield missing. Minnesota leading by 5. Outside, DiVincenzo. Reed, a screen on Hield. DiVincenzo against Payton, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Buddy Hield.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Kuminga. Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Outside Pajemski. Outside Hield. High post Green. On the wing, Curry. Fires for 3. And again, no good by Golden State. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed for 3. That shot, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Payton, no good. Minnesota leading by 5. Conley looking for an opening. Here's Gobert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
First free throw is good. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Randall, he's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And so Gobert nails both of them.
Well, you know, every team is looking for a defensive anchor. Gobert fills that role to perfection.
Now here's Looney. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors miss again. The Timberwolves lead by 7. Edwards with it. Now Pajemski defending. Here's Gobert. Inside. Gobert puts it in.
Well, it's like Gobert's got magnets in his hands. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
Curry with it. He's got 12. And here's Butler outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Butler's got 10.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Now here's Edwards, defended by Pajemski. Edwards can't hit. Warriors trail by 6. Moody passes to Curry. Curry draws the double. Pass to Moody. Outside Pajemski. Looney, a screen on Conley. Pajemski. No good on the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Edwards. Anthony Edwards takes the contact.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
Randall against Butler. Back to Curry. The 3 is up. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Conley against Curry. Here's Edwards. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Now Curry. He's got 15. Takes a 13-footer. That shot is off.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Conley with the ball. Now Pajemski defending. Back to Randall. They double Randall. McDaniels from long range. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And Randall with the layup. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Golden State has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Pass to Looney. Now Pajemski. Left side Moody. They double-team Curry. Butler against Randall. Pulls up. A nice shot by Butler. Butler's got 12 points in the game.
And as much as he loves to get to the rim, Butler is more than comfortable with the Jimmy.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's foul number 2 for him.
Two fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And this gives us a chance to check in on the season's best three-point shooting teams. The 4th spot held by Minnesota.
Instead of just bombing away, they work hard to create good looks from beyond the arc.
Randall deciding where to go with it.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
First trip to the line for him here. He's off on the first. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Rare sight. How often does he fail to capitalize at the line?
Randall pulls down the board.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Gobert. Here's Randall. Butler covering. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Rudy Gobert picks one up. Reed's checked in for Gobert.
Third personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Pajimski. One shot.
And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. It's good. Randall's got 13 now.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Warriors trail by 6. Here's Post. Outside heel. Here's Post. Reed defending. Stolen by Reed. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Now here's Butler. 17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And he didn't just put up big points. He beat everyone to the boards.
Well, really, he's a point forward. You can run your offense through Jimmy Butler.
Defensive foul. Mike Conley. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Warriors, Pajimski. Shooting one.
What's up? And so it's Minnesota with it. 6-point lead. Now here's Conley. He's closely guarded. Pass to Randall. For 3, DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Now here's Pajimski. 11 points in the game. There's a screen. Healed up top. DiVincenzo covering. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Healed, missing.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Randall finds Conley. Back to Randall. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's Minnesota leading by 9. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition, or we got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq getting restless over there.
Hey, my mistake, big fella. Someone put crazy talk on the teleprompter. I was just, going along with it for giggles.
I'm not giggling, Ernie.
Come on, try it. Come on. I bet I can make you giggle.
I'm ticklish, Ernie. I'm ticklish. I don't want to wear I'm
ticklish. All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for Golden State.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix if you want to, but I'm not seeing a lot of want to from them.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Here's Conley. No points yet. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Butler out there with Moses Moody. And it's Green in at the 5, down low. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Now here's Randall. 9-point game. Shot clock at 6. And there's the drive. Green with the defensive effort. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Golden State has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
And it's almost like Curry's motor never stops running. This is what forces defenders to overcommit.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And you can tell being a leader comes naturally to Curry. He sets the tone out there, and all his guys follow his lead.
And so Curry nails both of them.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Gobert. Now here's McDaniels. Now here's Edwards. And he makes it. Edwards has got 28 points for the game.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Outside Pajemski. About a minute played here in the second half. Curry. And it's Green missing.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Here's Randall. Warriors with the rebound. Right side Moody. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Moses Moody taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. And Minnesota has possession. They've led by as much as 10. Conley against Curry. Edwards looking it over. Clock at 6. Here's Gobert. Outside McDaniels from the arc. The rebound by Moody. Warriors trail by 7. Here's Podziemski. Not going to go that time. Oh, good D by Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. For 3. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by McDaniels. Edwards got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Here's Curry. Outside for Green. Lets the 3 fly. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Here's Conley. Here's Gobert. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Outside Moody. Pass to Curry. A deep 3. Oh, Curry showing off the range.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
And get ready to move. And welcome out the Warriors 16.
And since the All-Star break, no one's been better from the free throw line than these guys. Stephen Curry, number 1.
Over the second half of the season, he's been locked in at the line.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Now here's McDaniels. Moody defends. Lets it go from deep. Second chance shot. And Gobert finishes inside. Gobert's got 6 points.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Outside Butler. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
To the right side for 3, Randall. Kept alive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. Coming up. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
Gobert taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Warriors trail by 8. And here's Curry for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Outside McDaniels. Here's Edwards. That one drops for him. Edwards got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Now here's Jackson Davis. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Moody. McDaniels with some nice D. Minnesota leading by 10. Inside. The 3. There's the triple. Goes up again. Rudy Gobert finishes strong inside.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Down low. Here's Podziemski. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Randall outside. Back to Conley. Gobert with it. And here's Edwards. The 3 is up. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Over to the wing. Outside Curry. 3-pointer. On target from range. Curry's got 25 points.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense. Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. McDaniels from long range. Hits the 3-pointer. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
And when McDaniels is hitting this, look out, because it opens up everything else for him offensively.
Here's Jackson Davis. Fires the 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. Edwards got 38 points.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Back to Curry. And here's Butler. Shot clock at 5. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Butler's got 14.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Outside Edwards. Shot from 12. And it's good for 2. Edwards has got 40 points.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Back to Curry. Randall against Butler. Ooh, JB, look out.
And Butler tremendously strong for a wing. That really helps inside.
Randall outside. Pass to Gobert. Back to Randall. Outside Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Covered by Jackson Davis. Gobert, that's good.
Well, given how tall and lengthy Gobert is, it makes sense why he looks to score inside. Nice bucket there.
Now here's Butler. He's got 16. And here's Curry for three. Drills it from deep. Curry's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Conley against Curry. For three, Randall. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Randall's got 19 points.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1-5 from the field.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Here for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. Payton comes in for Moody. And Hield is subbed in for Pajemski. Reed against Butler. Outside Curry. Payton with a screen on DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. And the basket by Curry.
He's been so aggressive on offense. And with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Edwards can't hit.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Pass to Butler. Outside Kuminga. DiVincenzo with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
And every season, Randall seems to shoulder more of the offensive load. It's what allows him to dominate sometimes.
Oh, Curry takes the contact and hits it anyway.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Reed, a screen on Hield. Edwards for three. Warriors with the rebound. Butler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Hield to the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Back to Butler. Pass to Curry. Back to Butler. 5 to shoot. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Here's Randall. And he drains the quick shot. Randall's got 23 points.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something the D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Outside Curry. Pass to Hield. Outside Payton. They set the pick. Back to Hield. Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Curry. Curry from inside.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Randall. Tries again. Excellent D there from Kuminga. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Timberwolves ahead, up by 12. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
It's picking us apart, right? Guy cuts behind you down the lane. Miscommunication there. They're cutting behind us. So we got to get solid defensively.
Boy, he is not happy with his team's aggressiveness on defense. Coach Kerr calling his team out on it.
Yeah, gently asking for them to pick it up. They need to if they want to win this one.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Naz Reid out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Edwards in at the 2. And he can't get the first one. Clark is checked in for the Timberwolves. And no luck that time either. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. The Timberwolves lead by 12. Here's Edwards. Launches a 3. Kuminga pulls it in. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. Pass to Payton. Looney with the ball. Reid defending. Looney passes to Curry. Clock at 6. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting it well, around 55% for the game. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
And Kuminga throws it down.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And he lays it up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Pass to Looney. Outside Curry. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And we can't forget about how ferocious they've been cutting to the rim, just going right at defenders and finding ways to finish.
That free throw, no good.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
He hits the second from the line. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Warriors trail by 13. Outside Curry. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Curry's got 37.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
Reed, a screen on heel. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. Hayden's got 4 rebounds now. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. Up ahead. Here's Reed. Pass to Clark. Tipped. Now here's Heel, covered by Alexander Walker, and so the ball out of bounds. Heel touched it last.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Pajemski's checked in for Heel. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Conley's checked in. The Timberwolves lead by 11. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. On the take, Edwards played it in with a nice touch off the window. Edwards got 45 points.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
Now here's Curry. Curry, a screen on DiVincenzo. Back to Curry. Curry on the drive. And there it is for him. Curry's gotten 4 this quarter.
Using the mid-range area of the floor, Curry, an offensive mastermind.
To the inside, the shot. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Warriors trail by 11. Kuminga finds Curry from deep three-point land. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, Alexander Walker. Good work there as it goes. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Yeah, just continuing to unlock his game. If Edwards adds the playmaking component, watch out.
Here's Curry. And again, it's Golden State.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of his performance tonight.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Up top, Edwards. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Edwards got 47 points.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
There's a screen by Kuminga. Pass to Pajemski. Right side, Kuminga. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Jonathan Kuminga taking 2 shots.
And he drops it first. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Clark's checked in. Both free throws good for Kuminga. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Outside Edwards. Reed, a screen on Payton. Here's Edwards. The Warriors pull it in.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
To the middle. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Now here's Edwards. Reed, a screen on Payton. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards with style and authority.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Warriors trail by 11. Pass to Post. To the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Post has got 4 points in the quarter. And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. Now Clark. He's watched by Kuminga. Left side, DiVincenzo. Inside, here's Edwards. Another one goes! Incredible! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Curry against Conley. Jacks up a three. Curry, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Soft touch off the glass. Edwards got 53 points.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Here's Post. Reed defending. Here's Kuminga. Clark grabs the board.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Payton against DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Takes a three. Fires in the triple. Edwards got 56 in the game.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
Here's Kuminga. Clark covers. Kuminga, the pass to Curry. They need this. And the layup is good. Curry's got 43 points.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Teams will make substitutions. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. For 3, Randall. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Butler. Curry against Conley. Green with a screen on Conley. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Yeah, fearless play from Curry inside. Going up against tough defense and getting fouled while shooting.
Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
That one's off. And he's good on the second.
Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
Outside Edwards. And it's good. He hits another one. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
NBA, it feels like he can't miss.
Butler passes to Green. Curry looking it over. Pass to Butler. The 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game, first here in this second half.
Now here's Gobert. Outside Edwards. Second chance effort. He got it again! Sensational! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Curry. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
At the line for the Warriors, Stephen Curry. 1 shot.
And that one falls for Curry. Here's Edwards. And here's Conley. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
Well, they needed that board. They've had a hard time on the glass, but they still have a shot here.
Gets the 3 to fall.
And by maximizing their potential on every scoring opportunity, they've somehow, some way made this a thrilling finale.
Now here's Edwards. Fires at the elbow. Yet another bucket.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Green with a screen on Conley. Curry, no good. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Edwards. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Curry. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Randall. And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. At one point, they led by 16. Outside McDaniels. Now here's Randall. Edwards with it. Oh, another one falls.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. Minnesota has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Timberwolves.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year. And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Conley finds Edwards. 5 on the clock. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Outside Conley. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game.